Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy D Wayne bringing you yet another YouTube video at this time. So basically what I'm going to be discussing with you guys today is part of Avidity. Now, part of Avidity is a handy little quick play spell that allows you to shuffle 3 monsters in your banished pile or your opponent's pile back into the deck and draw 1 card. Now this card has a lot of implications. It's a simple yet powerful card that has, a lot of implications in multiple decks. Firstly, some decks that it's actually not good in, contrary to popular belief. I believe it's not good in Cosmos because Strawman and Cosmotown are cards, and they need the cards in the banish pile in order to use their effects to generate you advantage. So if you're using part of Avidity and Cosmos to replenish your banished monsters, you're basically working counterintuitive into the deck's purpose. So this will be a card that actually works well against Cosmos instead of for Cosmos, because you can chain the pot of Avidity to the Strawman or the Cosmos Talent's effect to put them back into the deck, and the Strawman would just be basically sitting there with no effect being activated, since the effect will fizzle because the targets are gone out of the banished pile. Same thing with Cosmotown. The effect will fizzle out because it's being chained to, and the target it's attempting to grab back to the hand disappears. So in a sense, that's how it works counterintuitive in that deck. Also, Ritual Beasts. People say that it works well in that, when the only implication that it will work in is if you are replenishing your extra deck monsters that are banished with their Penguin's effect. Other than that, the monsters need to stay banished so that you can keep doing your thing with the OT Conahawk and the fusions, where you run away like a scared little punk and you get your monsters back and all that other good stuff. So if your targets are in the deck, how are you supposed to, do that strategy where you're running away all the time and generating advantage through Conahawk's effect? So in that regard, that actually works against Ritual Beast in that regard. So, cases where it's actually working, it benefits the actual deck, like in Infernoids, where, Inferno is obviously banished to special summon their monsters. So if you're replenishing your banished pile and putting them back into the deck, you can use them again as, mill targets through your Light Sworn effects and through your the reasoning to get your stuff back into the grave so that you can rebanish and resummon and all that good stuff. Okay, that's the case where it works well. To a lesser extent in a Blue Eyes deck, if you're running Dragon's Mirrors to banish your Blue Eyes to get your Blue Eyes Twin Dragon or Neo Ultimate Dragon and stuff like that, you can use your Pot of Divinities, put the Blue Eyes back into the deck and draw 1 cards, and you have Blue Eyes to use to continue your gameplay, because you really can't play the deck without having your Blue Eyes on board. Perfect example of that is where, if you guys saw my Chaos Zone Shiranui video where I played a match against Blue Eyes, what ended up happening was at the end he ended up banishing all of his Blue Eyes White Dragons to summon the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and it ended up getting deprisoned, and he couldn't play anymore because all the stuff was banished. So that was basically how he lost through that. So you need to be careful. Well, that actually was before Pot of Avidity was announced. If he had it then, that would have actually worked to put the Blue Eyes back into the deck and draw. So yeah, so that works in there in that way. Also, Shiranuis. Of course, you guys already know I was going to mention this. Especially if you're running the Necrophage build, of course. Necrophage banishes basically everything from the top 5 cards from your deck and your opponent's deck, and combo that off with Power of Avidity. You can, recoup your banished stuff back into the deck and draw 1 card, and that's basically only one of many ways the deck has to, reuse their resources after they've been banished or in the graveyard. That's what makes the deck so good. The freaking Chaos Zone is amazing. Burial from a Different Dimension is really good. Omega in multiples is just such a beast. Hand looping, raw, recouping your resources from the banished pile and giving them less options to play is really good. So yeah, so that's basically all the implications that I can think of surrounding the card. Actually, overall, the card is really solid. Definitely a staple of 3 of in decks that can, fully utilize the deck, such as Shiranuis and stuff. So yeah, so keeping it short and simple, I will leave it at that. So I'll be bringing you guys more videos in the meantime, but until then, peace, YouTube.